Okay, this little video I'm going to show you all the stuff you need to necessary for your computer to run. We're just going to build a computer real quick. Of course, the main part you have to start with is your motherboard right here. Okay, if you have a bunch of old computers like I do, I'll buzz around and show you my basement here in a minute. I've got computer parts all over the place. You can basically put some stuff together just from different computers, old computers. Next thing you need to put on your computer is you got to have a CPU. Okay, and when you put that in, you can tell usually there's a corner that's different. So you just line it up with the different corner here. And it should just fall in. Don't force it. It should just fall right in like that. And this is a little lock here, it keeps it in. It locks it in there in place. Okay, you got to put a heat sink on it. It gets very hot, and this absorbs the heat, brings it up, and the fan blows and dissipates the heat off of the CPU. And we're gonna put this on top of it, set it down, and you need to clamp it down real good so it makes good contact on there. And here's my helper. How you doing, Sammy? Okay, and we're gonna plug this in. There's little places to plug the fan in right next to the CPU here, and a little plug here so the fan will work, hopefully. And we'll slide that on. Okay, what's next, Sammy? Oh, that's right. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead. These slots are for the memory. Now, let's go ahead and hook up the power first. Here's a power supply, and it has a main plug right here. Actually, I'll save that for later because it's a short plug. It kind of limits what I can do and it's getting in my way. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I will put the memory in next. The memory just slips in. In any memory you got laying around, you can try it. It won't hurt anything. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The main thing is make sure it fits. There's all different kinds of memory. This is a DDR. You can tell this has one little slot here. Let's see, I can't even remember the names of all the different kinds of memory. A lot of them have 2 slots in them. And there's just different kinds, but just check your board and see. This board calls for 1 slot or a DDR in here, so that's what we're going to put. And you make sure you got it turned the right way so the slot lines up. And just press it down. It should just lock right in. See how those end pieces just locked right in there? I don't know if you can see that or not. Everything's in the way. That's why I wanted to put this memory in first so you can still see before I get all these cables in the way. And again, the slot is more on this side, and that's where the notch is down here in the memory bank. So we're going to slip that in there. Lock it in. Okay, we got our memory in. Next thing that's really necessary is we got to have a hard drive. And this one's already loaded with Windows. Hopefully it'll work on this computer here, because I have a lot of computers that are similar, and this one came off one that was pretty similar. It's already loaded and ready to go. And the main thing of this, it's got a red stripe on. This is a cable that you hook it up to, and it's got a red stripe on one end. And again, if you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to tell. It just won't start up. You'll have to switch it around. Usually there's numbers on here, and you want to put the red stripe towards number 1 slot. Let's see. I'm going to guess it's this one right here. Like I said, it's not going to kill you if it's wrong. You just have to redo it. So that's where this is the data cable. And we're going to hook another cable up here for the power in this one, once we get the power supply going. Okay, and look around here and see where this should go. It says IDE1, and I bet that's where we should plug in the power. And again, you need to get the red stripe going the right way, and I think it's going this way towards where it says IDE1. Just from experience, that's usually the way it is. And like I said, it's not going to kill you if you get it wrong. You can put it back in. Let's go ahead and hook up this goes to the monitor right here. You got to have a monitor, keyboard, and a mouse. Okay. your input devices. Or this is actually an output device. The monitor and the keyboard and the mouse are input devices. The monitor is your output device. Alright, so where we got our monitor hooked up here. And while we're at it, let's hook up the keyboard. This is a PS2 plug for the keyboard. And I actually have a USB mouse, so I'm going to put the USB in the USB port right here. USB mouse and USB port. Hope you can see all that. It's a lot easier to see it like this on the table than it is in a computer case. That's why I'm doing it like this. Hopefully it'll start up. Let's see. Now let's go ahead and plug this power supply in. I'll show you where it goes right here. You can see just the big plug that you see on it. And you know, it's obvious which one goes where. I love computers because, I mean, I tried to work on TVs before I worked on computers, and soldering and stuff was not for me. You don't have to do any soldering. You just take a motherboard and you plug everything into it. Boom. If everything's right, it starts up. Okay. Keyboard, mouse, hard drive. We got to put some power to this hard drive here. That's what these are for. We'll plug one of these in. Okay, what am I forgetting now? Got a heart. Oh, we got to have a switch to turn it on with. I have a switch that I got off another computer here somewhere. Oh, here it is. All you really need, there's a bunch of things for LED lights and stuff like that and the reset button, but all you really need is the power switch to turn it on. All it does is short out a couple of pins on your, you got to find where the switch place is where it plugs in. On this one, it's right here. All the goodies for the display go right in these little slots. I hope you can see that right. Let's see. Okay, and I'll get some better pictures of it. After I get it running, I'll take the camera down off the tripod. And one of these says, that's power LED, hard drive LED. Here's the power switch. And the power switch, if you look real close in the real small writing here, you can see which one is power switch. It shows on here, and you just plug that in. Alright, now when we're ready, all I gotta do, hopefully, is click on this switch. It should start up if we got everything hooked up right. Power supply, oh, it's a power to the power supply. But it's just a regular, regular plug. It started right up without me hitting the switch. I must have already shorted it out. 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Hold it down 5 seconds to shut it off. I'm kind of disappointed that this yellow light didn't turn green when it was doing that. I'm suspecting something might be wrong. Let's see, we got the power in here. Oh, there's another power cable. It goes into the motherboard right here. There we go. That's an auxiliary power. We might need that. Well, let's try it now. See what happens. Let's see. We got the memory, the hard drive. Let's try it. This is embarrassing. There we go. Green light. That means it's getting some kind of signal from here. Hopefully, it'll start up. Let's wait just a second to see. Alright, there's your Windows XP. Uh-oh. This fan stopped for some reason. I'll have to look into that. Usually you have a few bugs when you first get something started like this. Now eventually I'll go put this in a case and add a CD-ROM, but you see you don't need a CD-ROM or floppy to get started. Now if we didn't have a operating system on here, we'd have to start up with a floppy and a boot disk and get a operating system loaded on this hard drive. But okay, we went all the way from a bare motherboard. We put the CPU in, the fan and all that jazz, hooked everything up. I hope you learned something from it and see how simple it is. And I'll probably add on some close-ups here after I take the camera off the tripod. Hey, I appreciate you watching my video, and I'd appreciate it if you go to my website. That's computers-repairs.com, and also use my Barry's Amazon shortcuts. Okay, I'll be glad to send you one to put on your desktop. And if this helped you out, and you sure would help me out if you'd use my shortcuts and order all your stuff from Amazon using one of my shortcuts. Hey, thanks a lot. God bless you. Bye-bye. This is called DIMM memory, D-I-M-M. Stands for Dual Input Memory Module, as opposed to the DDR, which is in this one.